So one Sunday we decided to give the Alliance a try. Never forget the first Sunday we walked through the door and Ivan Jesperson was standing by the front door with his hand out. Esther was by his side, and it was the most welcoming experience that we could imagine. For the first number of years here, I sort of sat on my hands. I didn't get involved in very much. I think it was a bit of burnout. I think about half of those years were in Mirror Lake. And that's really when the maintenance thing started. I made the mistake of attending a work bee one Saturday morning. And we had just had a really good time. So I think I've been involved in maintenance ever since.
You know, I think we saw growth here, and we're getting in the area of about 800 in the congregation, and noticing that we're getting pressed for space ministry-wise. There was a lot of discussion as to what we thought we needed and what we had to do, but I think it was one major one, and it went kind of sideways the first time. And so it was the group that got together to put this building concept into play. We're very diligent in making sure people understood where we're going, what was needed.
When I first joined the future development team, we'd only been in Spruce Grove and with the church for a couple of years. And it was actually surprising to me how often I was being told about things that happened years, even decades prior to my family moving to Spruce Grove and my husband and I choosing this church. It really hindered some of the early fundraising because there was still a lot of hurt and a lot of distrust among the congregation for work that had happened in the past. And we really wanted to, as a future development team, take this project in a different direction.
That desire, it was more than desire. I think it was clearly God-led, you know, God's direction to do something to expand our building.
I think two strong points within our church is children's ministry and youth. And those things were really suffering because we didn't have the space to do that.
So in April 2017, when we held that first congregation-wide vote, doing nothing really wasn't an option. We knew that we either had to move ahead with this build or we had to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars into a building that was already not meeting our needs.
We needed to have a compelling purpose. It was not that we are building a building and then the people will come. No, we are building into people. And that's more important than the building.
We wanted to make sure that the decisions that we were making were truly right for the church and that we were walking alongside the church and not making decisions on their behalf.
I think one of the pluses was that we had people within the congregation who were overseeing it, who had buy-in because they were part of the congregation. That makes a big difference. And the two gentlemen that looked after the project, very, very diligent.
My main role on the project was to deal with contracts, purchasing, and then dealing with the regulatory issues.
Yeah, there was definitely some delays in the project. I think COVID, of course, was a delay, some financial constraints that we put a pause on. But I think one of the things that was really exciting, and it was thanks to Peter's work and some of the others on the building team, that really kept the project going. Paving the parking lot was a huge accomplishment. I don't think we can understate it, and made the building itself feel a lot more welcoming to our community members. That's one of the pieces I think our team is especially proud of.
Well, you know, this whole project started off as, the idea was that it was going to be a volunteer-led project. There was lots of opportunity for volunteers, and we had some people that showed up faithfully to be involved.
We had recognized since the 90s as a church that if we didn't have a dedicated space that was purpose-built for our youth, our young adults, and our children, we couldn't guarantee where they would be as they moved into adults, and we really wanted to keep our young people connected.
Because, you know, it's easy on a project like this to get lost in the day-to-day details of it, just the physical work, you know, where you don't think about why you're doing it, right?
Everybody's looking for some light. And darkness blurs the vision like a veil before our eyes, and love alone is able to divide. Oh, you know.
I think we need to look at this building, which now gives us ample space to grow. And we need to look at the actual ministries that we have. I think our ministries can grow within this space. But we also need to look at what can we do that reaches out into the community.
I think the hearts of the individuals who are putting this together were not concerned about, oh, we got a new building. Rather, how can we effectively minister within the community and within our congregation to help people grow in their relationship with God.
We have a great opportunity to reach all generations. All generations benefit everyone.
When we look around this building now, we can see that this space has been built for every generation and really for the generations to come.
We're calling this moment in time as we deploy ministry here in the Community Life Center. This changes everything. This is going to allow us to expand our mission in ways that we never thought possible, to know Jesus, to know each other, and to make Jesus known.
Everybody's looking for some light.
You know, I think the design of our new facility is, to me, an image of what this church should be like. We had a blank wall that faced Century Road. We now have lots of windows that allow people to see in. We're much more visible, and we do need to be visible in this community.